Hi, I'm John from Gone Running, and today we're talking about Tailwind nutrition, endurance fuel. All right, so I've been using Tailwind probably for around 2.5 years now. I love it for longer races, sort of anything where I need a consistent source of energy, where I'm going to need some electrolytes to replace sweats. I live in Hong Kong. The temperature is usually very humid. We're talking plus 80% humidity. In the winter it can be 20 degrees, in the summer it can be 35 degrees. So you're looking for something that's going to keep you consistently fueled but also replace a lot of that sweat, and Tailwind does that all in one simple product, which actually tastes pretty good too. It's the sort of thing that I can have for an entire 100k race, so I can go from start to finish just having Tailwind. The big advantage there is I'm not having any solids, so you're taking away a lot of the risk that you're going to have something that might give you a bit of a stomach upset. And the taste is something that it's pretty mild. So whether you like the mandarin, which is personally my favorite, or the lemon, or the naked, they've got some caffeinated flavors as well, which are pretty big on the caffeine, about 75 milligrams per stick pack. But either way, you've got a lot of flavors that are not going to be so sickly sweet that you're going to get sick of them by the end of the race. So for me, it's something that I can take all the way through the race. Keeps me going. My stomach's fine all race, and I feel strong all the way through to the finish line. Jeff?
Yeah, I use Tailwind as well. I don't run longer races. Usually I max out at about 50k, but I'll use them in races anything over a couple of hours. It's powdered energy, so really good energy goes straight into your system. Not a lot of digestion. I tend not to use them on training runs as often, but sometimes I might just add half a scoop to my water just to give me a little bit of energy without having to have a breakfast before going on a long run. I prefer the caffeinated, but sometimes if I don't want caffeine throughout the whole run, I might mix and match and just put a bit of caffeinated in one flask and some non-caffeinated in the other. Again, really simple product, good nutrition. You can't really go wrong.
And a little pro tip just for races. Rather like these, they come in these stick packs, which are actually quite convenient. You basically rip off the top, you can pour it into your soft flask. That can take a little bit of time. It's a little bit finicky sometimes. What I like to do is maybe get one of the larger packs that comes in 30 serving packs, 50 serving packs, and basically fill up a 500ml soft flask in advance. You add a little bit of water, the thing comes down. You can actually fit about 12 or maybe about 10 or 12 servings in one soft flask, so that's about 5 or 6 hours worth of energy. And then when you add water, you've created a bit of a paste, and actually you can squirt that into other soft flasks, and so you can actually just keep refilling your Tailwind quite simply, easily, not as messily, for half a 100k race. So that's a little tip that I like to use on races.
And I've seen people do a variation of that where maybe they have the concentration just a little bit lower, so they can still sip at it, but they'll have a flask of just more concentrated Tailwind and just take a shot or two of that every half hour, and basically gives you the same amount of energy as the standard dilution would. Again, it doesn't really matter how much you dilute it in terms of the energy content. So there's a lot of different ways you can use the product.
Yeah, so one stick pack, 54 grams, has 200 calories and a crap load of electrolytes.
Technically speaking.